Right there guys, me again. I wanted to share with you something I made. In the summer I had one of my amps die, and I think it might have been the heat, but even when I'm pushing it, when you're playing it quite loud, obviously amps get warm anyway. So what I did was, after work, it took me a couple of days because I'm doing a lot of overtime. I've made a box and I tried to measure it in a way that it would sit on top of my sub box and it would sit up to the parcel shop. I don't want to lose that because that's good. It starts people looking in and it's good to put stuff on. So let me show you what I've made. It's a prototype at the moment. I used a flimsy piece of plastic to make a lid, so it kind of makes, you'll see what I mean. What I'll do, I'll get down and I'll show you it now. And there you are guys, this is what I've made. Now I went proper cheap with this. I thought, I wonder how cheap it would be, but the wood I used, I found at work, like where I work, loads of customers have stuff on wood, so I just tend to take the big slabs of wood. They have big bits of wood. So what I did was, as you can see, it was measured to fit, but what I've done is, when I have the subwoofer pushed back up against the seat, the box is slightly proud, so you can see it, like it overlaps the front. So if I pull the subwoofer out, this box would sit further back, because as you can imagine, when the seats are when they're back in their back position, it pushes it forward. So if I pulled the subwoofer forward a bit, I probably would lose about an inch of boot space. But this is what I've made. This felt, believe it or not, was just some cheap felt, right? As you can see, it does look cheap, right? It was just cheap felt from the range in the kids section, in their arts and crafts section. I know it sounds bad, with a bit of PVA glue. It was just a trial and error. I just want to know whether this design is even going to work. I've seen them on YouTube, designs just like this, but I just want to know whether it's even worth doing, whether it's going to be any good and it's going to do what I want. So this is what I've done. These are a pack of 4 fans I found on eBay. I wanted them all to be the same age, because if you've got like 2 fans blowing in fast and the other one sucking out, it might be a bit hit and miss. But I did have a cheap piece of very thin like plastic to go over the top of it. I will be getting thicker perspex if this design works. Okay, so these 2 fans are blowing in and these 2 fans are blowing out. So you can see what I did. It's not a work of art, guys, it's just an experiment, you know, to do after work. But yeah, you can see there were once computer desktop tower fans. That black box there is an inverter, which these little dark rings here, they originally used to light up, but they use a lot of power, as you can imagine. So I don't have the lights wired up, but they're there if I want them. But other than that, the fans they work. These 2 blow in, as you can imagine, it'd be a tunnel, guys, and then these ones blow out. So you can just see there, they would blow out. Now normally I have this seat laid down anyway, because the Mondi has got the double seat here and the single there. I have the single seat down most of the time, so when you're driving, the windows down, you've got the aircon on, it tends to go to the back of the car anyway, which I'm hoping would meet these guys and keep these amps cool. The amps are being held up by tap washers, just to help raise them to allow air in, and I've took the bottom off that one so that air can pass through it. I think it would be the best idea. And like I've said, the piece of plastic just sits on top of this, and it literally does just fit when you close the boot. So as you can see, it's all moving, it does just fit. But yeah, this is how it looks. I mean, I'm sorry about the wires, there's not really much I can do about that, unfortunately, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you. You can see the wood was originally black. You know, it was a nice, it looked like it was part of a cheap like cheap furniture for my Kia jobby, and then this guy had 2 big, like 40-inch high sort of 2 sheets of it, and I was like, oh, can I have it? And the customer was like, yeah, take it, it's no good to me. So yeah, this is what I've made. I did the holes at the back there for the wires, so that's 1 for the mono, and then I got more for the mono, power coming through for the 4-way. That green wire is what powers the fans. I've got the fans earthed out on the amps, so where you would put your negative to your amp, I've put the negative from the fans to the negative on that amp, and these fans negative to this amp. Now I put the positive, I didn't want the positive on top of the amps because they'll be sucking the power away, so what I did was I put it to a 12-volt cigarette lighter in the front there with a switch on it. So the cigarette lighter is constantly plugged in, but it's got a little like rocker switch on the top, and when you hit go it'll power them up. So when I'm in the front, if I'm pushing it hard on my own or it's a bit warm, I push the button, the fans will come on, because you don't want them on all the time. If you're tooling with a kid in the car, you don't want it banging. You don't really want the full, you know, the full beans. It'll blow their little ears off. So yeah, I just want to show you this little prototype. Please comment, let me know what you think. I know it looks tacky, guys. It's not supposed to look professional. It's just trial and error to see if this even works. It might work, and again, if it's just going to be pushing and pulling hot air, there's no bloody point, is there? But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe. Please, you know what I mean, let me know what you think of this, and thanks for watching. Sorry guys, just another quick one. I thought I'd put the crappy bit of plastic on the top so you can see what kind of image I'm trying to make, and that's it. I know it looks terrible, but it's just trial and error, as I keep saying. It's a nasty piece of plastic, but it does cover it. You can see I've used tape to hold it down, because with the bass and the air it tends to wobble. But if I put the fans on, let me show you real quick. So just in the front here I've got this nasty little switch. Okay, I know it looks bad. Click. Let's go and see if they're on. Let's see if they're on. It's like I don't trust anything I do, but there you go, lads. They're all spinning. They're just red, and these are, so you, I don't know if you can hear it, guys. Put the mic to it. Right there. Come on, phone. Wakey, wakey, mate. Wakey, wakey. There you go. So these are sucking in, and these two are going way up. Are blowing out. And I'll tell you now, it does shift some air when you blow vape in it, because I vape. When you blow vape in one end, it don't half blow it through. I can see if I can get it on camera. Let's see if we can get it working. I don't know if you actually saw that, but you can see it's sucking it in. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.